All right, hi. Welcome everybody to Adventures Once Told, a bi-weekly D&D stream where I take a bunch of my friends through a adventure partially made by me, partially made by Wizards of the Coast because I am lazy and they make modules, so I steal them. Well, not steal them. I buy them. I purchase them. I have the books, but then I mess with them. I heavily edit it, and it's fun. So that yeah, I don't think I have any announcements yet. Um, keep an eye out because we do have emotes and channel banner and other stuff on the way. It is being worked on. I have an amazing friend and artist who is helping me out with that, so I look forward to getting that to everybody and being able to throw those in everybody else's chats because they already, from what I've seen, they already look really cool. Uh, Outside of that, I think we're good to just go over and grab the players. So let me make sure that that audio is. And I was told that they should be somewhat ready for me. So let's see.
Didn't know who said it. Why are you
Hey,
saying
Rich Pell.
Hey, didn't know who
What's
said
up?
what.
nothing?
How you guys doing?
Living.
Hey,
Pretty all right.
that is a start. That background music going.
Hi.
Hi. All right. So look at you all in the roll 20s. Let me get this secondary screen up. And change. So, ooh, I have some rebound on somebody. Ooh, am I hearing myself? Okay. Eddie, I might be on push to talk for a little bit. That's fine. Okay. How does one start? So actually, let's do this first. If everybody could give a just like what you want to be known as on the internet and then your character's name, just so we have a little bit of a heads up as to who everybody's playing. Uh, we'll start with Oboe.
I'm Obo, and I'm playing Spook.
Right. And Oren.
I am Oren, and I am playing Finkiss.
And Iro.
I am Neurois, and I am playing Vrash, the Humane.
Somebody with a last name. Well, the title. Is it title or last name? I guess. Yeah.
I think it would be the title.
Right.
Middle name.
Dragonborn don't really have last names.
All right. And then Edia.
I'm Edia, and I'm playing Alara Fallridge, but I mean, I just want to say my last name since you mentioned no one else had last name.
And last but not least.
Oh, I'm playing Shid. It's gonna go by Shid.
Shid. All right. Okay, so then I guess we're just gonna kick right into it. The year is 1484 DR, the year of the Awakened Sleepers. This is the city of Waterdeep, where we are starting the City of Splendor. After, for a long time, being a warlord's camp that slowly built up into castles and towns and eventually became this huge metropolis that is basically the trade center of the Sword Coast. It is probably one of the biggest powers in the area. We find, and we're gonna start with dice are 4. I don't have to make decision. We start with a little bit of a frantic, I wouldn't say frantic actually, a annoyed spook running through the city. You've just spent the last 3 hours searching for your small bird folk friend who went missing this morning, the day that you were supposed to be meeting your ship down at the dock. After spending an immense amount of time looking for them, you finally decide to run off to the dock to try and see if you can waylay the boat or slow the boat so that they won't take off without the two of you.
So I was put in charge of this bird boy thing, and my temple is seriously gonna kill me if I lose him, and I've already lost him. Can we please wait? I will pray for you. What can I do to help? How can we delay this?
As you're standing there, the man who's taking roll and looking at you, dwarven individual, he looks a little miffed compared to your minor panic. And he says, well, no, either you get on the boat or you don't.
Spook's gonna stand on the plank so he cannot leave.
He gives you a long, slow look and says, you're gonna be a trouble one, aren't you?
You'll find quite quickly, sir, that the bird is the trouble, and I am the responsible one, despite having lost the bird.
What's your name?
People can't pronounce my name, so they call me Spook. What's your name?
He looks down at his paperwork and starts writing in some things. Emery Quay. Spooks, that's it. You said you had a bird with you? Like, how big?
Young for a bird. How big is my bird? Can we help out? How big is my bird?
Like maybe 3 feet tall, 3.5 feet tall,
Like a toddler size?
pretty much. Like halfling size, I guess. Small bird.
Big for a bird, small for a human. He's about this high. And have you seen him?
He looks down at his list again. Do you have a name for the bird?
I sure do. His name's Finkus, I think. I call him Bird Boy. You should
Yeah.
too.
Looks like they already checked in.
Are you kidding me? And I walk up onto the boat to yell at my bird boy.
Roll a perception check. This will be the first roll of the game. Not an unimportant one.
I need to open my character sheet. I need more screens on this computer. Hold on.
You're good. While this is happening, hi Darth, Little Australia, and Retro. Thank you all for hanging out. $5 a.m. Wow. Thank you for showing up. Alright. So Spook, you get up onto the deck of the ship and you glance around, and there's quite a few people already milling around. Several who don't look like they are sure where to stand. You see Finkus over sitting next to a pair of Dragonborn who are looking occasionally down at the bird boy, like small owl person creature between the two of them, and then they're just continuing their conversation.
Bird boy, you gave me a right scare. Where have you been? Have you been here this whole time? I was looking all over town for you.
I've been here the whole time.
When I ask you to meet me somewhere, I mean meet me somewhere. Don't just go straight to the destination. We had things to pick up on the way.
Now, ma'am.
Spook! I'll run over and hug your leg.
All right, I'll's forgiven
You
this time.
frightened this owl boy.
Bird boy.
Or do you know him?
I am in charge of this thing. The church put me in charge of him. He's new, and we are trying to train him up. I don't know why they couldn't put anyone else in charge of him.
This is Spook. She's a friend.
Well, that's very interesting, to say the least.
Spook, these guys are really cool.
I think Vrash just kind of like, you can't really see him blushing, but he kind of blushes because he's not been called cool before.
Turns a little redder under his scales.
I'm just looking up at you with big, round eyes.
Can you roll an intimidation check?
Gonna scare away the party with just your general biology.
I'm not very intimidating.
It's not very intimidating. It is one of those things where like you're not sure if you should touch it because you might break it. But yeah, both Varsh and Shed, you've been on this boat for now about an hour. It looks like other people have been gathering about, and at this point the deck is fully stocked with all the cargo that they had been loading up, and they're just waiting to push off. The captain of the boat has yet to show himself, or make a presence, I should say.
Does anyone know who the captain of this ship is?
What's a captain?
Kind of like a leader, like Spook is to you.
Ah, was it that man over by the plank?
Not quite.
So, as you're all waiting, the aforementioned man, the dwarven individual, starts walking up off of the plank with one last person in tow. And since I haven't done this yet, I'll let Elara, please
There you go.
describe yourself as you follow up, and Emery says, all right, that's everybody.
So I'm a half-elf bard. I have long white hair and silver eyes. I'm pretty average-sized for a half-elf. Look kind of like human, except for, the elf ears and the hair and the eyes. And I'm wearing a collection of weird trinkets and crystals, kind of like you would see a hippie or something wearing. And I have this big great club strapped to my back, but it's obviously been messed with some way. But yeah, so I'm very weird weird looking, I guess you would say.
Right. And as you're looking around, you do see some familiar faces, though you might not be familiar to them. Could I get everybody else to give a rundown of your appearances?
I'm Spook, and I am actually playing a male. He's tall and lanky, and he looks a little hardened, like he grew up on the streets. And he's a cleric, and he is from the church of a lesser known god that looks after those who have fallen on the streets. And he is quite ashamed to be put in charge of Bird Boy.
Someone else?
Brash is a 7.5 feet tall dragonborn. He's a red dragon, so he's just red scales all over besides the armor that he's wearing. He has silver eyes and weighs about 245 pounds, so he's not really big for a dragonborn. He looks kind of skinny almost. He's a paladin, so he has like typical sword and shield type thing going on. And that's about it.
Bird Boy. A cleric. Looks more like an owl, humanoid. White feathers. Believe I said he worships. Was it Anubis? I think it was Anubis.
Okay.
Pretty young, but yeah.
I think that just...
And I am playing Shid. He is not as hulking as the other Dragonborn that's there, but he's this like 6'6", pretty muscular fighter Dragonborn, or at least the variant without a tail. Fairly hulking presence. He has a white Dragonborn, but a lot of these kind of like bluish tattoos that look like it covers most of his body. But does have like a nice little charming smile every once in a while.
So as Emery walks up onto the ship and leading the last of the crew on, a couple crewmates pull up the plank and he says, "Alright, everybody, line up. I'm gonna have, I guess, the base rundown of what you're all here to do." He waits a moment for people to get in order. So, whole point of this, since you signed up for it, not a huge fan of having mercenaries on the ship, but hard times have come on Waterdeep's Navy, so we have to do what we can with what we got. We're going out hunting pirates. I know, fun. Waterdeep's been raided a couple of times in the last few months, and we figured out that it's one of the local pirate armadas that's been smuggling goods and cargo out of the city. Anybody have any questions yet?
When can we punish them?
We'll punish them when we find them. If we capture any of them, we bring them back to the city and they see what every pirate will see in the end: the noose.
So we wait to kill them, rather than just kill them on sight.
I'll leave that up to you. That's mostly just whatever you all have your fancy for. They are pirates. They will die. Anyway, now that you're all here, let me go. And he walks over to one of the doors on the ship, the only double door, like ornate setting on the ship. He knocks a couple of times. The door cracks a little bit, and he says, "They're ready for him." And then he steps away, and the doors open, and two men come walking out. The first looks to be a younger half-elven gentleman. Stern-faced, though you can see he occasionally, looking around, cuts a bit of a smile. Has his hair done in a very formal curl that's been set on either side of his head, and is wearing very nice, basically a naval uniform for Waterdeep, hat and everything, saber at his side. Walking out behind him is a far more imposing figure, a human, probably in his mid to late 40s, clean shaven. This full-on powdered wig on his head under his hat. His coat is far more decorated with medals, and not only does he have saber at side, but you also see that he has a set of what look like standard dueling pistols holstered on his belt. As the two walk forward, the first man stops at attention, the second man walks up. "So this is them. Okay. Well, I'll be your captain. My name is Garland Surewater, and this is my ship. Everything I say on this ship is law from here on out. Is that understood?"
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
I think Alara just ecstatically shakes her head. Yes.
I'm just staring at him in awe.
Now, Mr. Quay here is giving you the rundown, I believe, so we're not going to make too much time of this. We will be setting off in the next half hour. If you have anything left to do in the city, it's too late. Start roping things up, start getting to your positions. If you do not have a position, you will talk with Mr. Emery Quay, and he will give you one. We try to play to everybody's strengths, but if you need to learn a new skill, you will. Outside of that, we're hoping for a safe and quick voyage. Do not disappoint me. And he turns and he walks back towards his cabin. His first mate, apparently, the other gentleman, the half-elf, gives a nod to all of you and then follows back towards the captain's quarters.
Alara's just gonna walk up and tap on Emery Quay's shoulder and ask for a position.
Alright, well, you don't have one yet, then what are you good at?
I'm not quite sure. I don't think I've ever been on a boat before. I've seen them. They're very beautiful.
Right.
I can play a song for everybody to, inspire them to work harder.
He kind of looks down at his little list and then back at you and says, "So, minor bosun, then we'll have you fixing up some things."
Okay. Where do I go for that?
Oh, you'll be with me then.
Okay, great. My
Hey.
name's Alara.
I know. Anyway, who else doesn't have a position?
I'll look up to Spook and excitedly be like, "Oh, Spook, let's go. It's so exciting."
Yeah, we'll need a position too.
Specialities?
I'm really good with stars in the nighttime. If you need help with that, I don't know what Bird Boy's good at. I haven't found it yet.
I can fly. I can see things, and I can help people too.
He's a real good scout, apparently.
All right, look out, navigator. That works.
I puff out my chest proudly.
Good job.
All right, then he kind of gestures towards Finnicus. Report up to the crow's nest. You'll probably find it suitable to your size.
Oh, what's the crow's nest?
He just points up.
I fly up.
As for you,
My, he is just ecstatic.
Should we call it the owl's nest now?
he does not look amused at all.
Spook chuckles to himself.
Yeah, I chuckle. I giggle slightly.
Go stand over by the wheel. First mate Graham will be up there soon. You'll be his second then.
I'm happy to be important. I walk over to the wheel.
Shed, do we have a position?
Oh, I know I have one.
I don't believe I have one, so I'm going to need one of those.
All right, and what's your specialities?
I protect people. And I can lift heavy things.
Secondary bosun, perfect.
Shed would have gone straight off to work the sails.
All right. So over the next half hour or so, the boat gets put together, everything gets set, cargo is strapped in. Everybody seems to be going about their part. Eventually, first mate Graham does step out of the captain's quarters and walk up to the wheel of the ship. He looks over at Spook for a sec, and then just kind of shrugs and starts calling out orders to everybody. Eventually the ship, this is a ship, it's not a boat. The ship weighs anchor and pushes off. And you all head out into the ocean, out to sea, leaving Waterdeep behind. So, for this time, can I get everybody? Because this is going to be a little bit of a jaunt as we step forward about a week worth of travel. So, can I get from Spook and Finkus straight wisdom checks? And then from Vrash, Alara, and Shed, can I get strength checks? So over the week, as you're all going about your business and your duties, Shed, Alara, and Rash, you are finding that it is a little difficult keeping up with the manual labor you're constantly being told to do. There's never really a stopping time on this ship. They keep everybody on the crew running about. It is tiring work, and there are quite a few mistakes that are done throughout the week's time of either ropes not being fully tied down or minor repairs that need be happening don't fully set. There's one instance where Alara, you accidentally knock a full bucket of pitch and tar off the edge of the boat, and Mr. Quay looks at you and it's just that standard frown that he seems to walk around with, just visible behind his black beard. But
I definitely think I tear up a little bit, but be like, I'm so sorry.
He doesn't know what to do with you.
Spook is gonna awkwardly try to comfort best he can.
Okay.
I'm gonna instantly, as soon as they come over to me, I'm gonna instantly start sobbing into their chest.
They're there.
It's just so hard. I've never been on a boat, let alone a ship.
I imagine it is hard.
Okay, and then I'm gonna like instantly stop and just like recover from that and just be like, I can do this, and then keep moving forward.
Spook has no idea what to make of all of this.
But yeah, for Spook and Finkus, it is still long hours, still a lot of questions. First mate Graham does run Spook through quite a bit of like just questions on where the stars are. He seems to test you almost every step, and he asks if you're sure on any any answer you give, and seems to be trying to make you doubt yourself as he's going. Finkus, it's
I doubt myself. But I know the answers. But I second guess every single one of them.
good. And thank you so much, Jody, for the host. I really appreciate it. But yeah, Finkus, you seem to have it the easiest out of everybody. You just kind of are hanging out. Every now and then another crewmate comes up to the crow's nest and just sits and looks out with you. You spend a decent amount of time looking out into the sea, which is vast. You've never seen so much water in one place. And it is amazing for like the first or second day, and then really boring for like the next 7. But they start giving you more of like the night shift stuff because you seem to be more accustomed to it. They don't know if you actually are. They're just assuming based on what you look like. It could be straight as rude, but who knows?
When I get bored, I take out my grappling hook and try to practice with it.
One of the crewmates, Baron, every time he sees you do this and you like throw it over the edge, he's like, what are you doing? You're gonna tear the sails. And he like quickly and at what best he can pulls it back up and puts it back in your hands and says, don't do that.
You're the reason we're having such a hard time.
Oh, okay.
I feel like whenever I can, I definitely try to play like an instrument for Finkiss, aka Bird Boy, to try and like cheer him up.
Okay.
I love it. I'll show you my fishing tackle, and we'll fish together.
She can't wait. Excited for it.
Okay.
Yeah, but the end of the first week goes by without any incident, without any real sight of any other ships. Partway through the second week, you guys hit a huge storm, and it rocks the ship for hours as you are all kept on deck in the rain, either holding sails in place, trying to keep direction, or just trying to stay on board as you all have to be tied down. Coming out of the storm 3 days later, it goes back to that monotony of just on the boat. Finkus, give me a perception check.
Haha, natural 20.
What are the two numbers mean again?
The way that it's set up right now is, in case you have disadvantage or advantage, it rolls 2. If there's an instance where you don't, like this one, then I take the left number first.
Gotcha.
Okay, so Finkus, as you guys are getting to day 14 on the ship, you actually see another ship off on the horizon.
Is there someone up there with me?
No, currently you're the only one up there. It's a little into the afternoon. Mess is going to be happening soon.
I fly straight to the captain if he's on deck.
Okay, you fly straight to Captain Sherwater. He looks down at you. Yes.
I think this is the first time I've seen something, so I'm like, I saw something. I saw something. There was another ship.
He takes a step away, and first mate Graham walks up and says, "Very well. What direction is it?"
I'll point the direction I saw it. It
Uh,
was over there.
well, good. Very good. Now get back to your post. And he points back towards the crow's nest.
I'll fly right back up.
He starts calling orders. Several of the crew start coming back out from mess. A few of them grumbling, but none of them grumble within eyesight of the captain. The ship turns hard to port, and you start making your way in full direction. Closer and closer, you're all getting to this ship. Finkus, from your vantage point, as well as holding on to the natural 20, you do see that this ship is not flying any type of colors. They have no flag or anything. Not that you really know what that means, but you've noticed that your ship is very colorful. It has the crest of Waterdeep on each of its sails, as well as it has a flag dictating what type of ship it is.
That's pretty interesting, I think.
As you're getting closer and closer, the other ship seems to have finally taken notice, and they turn and start to try to make their way away from your ship, which I should have probably told you is called the Lion's Claw.
Ooh, the lion's claw.
As they start to run, the captain is now giving orders, and he seems to be interested in this as he calls out, "Load the chain and balls. We're going to put them dead in the water. Nobody runs from Waterdeep." A couple of the crew and the powder monkeys get to it, loading up these long, like 5-foot long chain with cannonballs on each end of the chain, and set them into the forward facing cannons. As you get within range, both cannons at the front of the ship fire off, launching these chain balls out. Oh shit. Both of them hitting and taking out the main sail on the ship, crushing it onto the ship itself. As you are now catching up very quickly, as they don't have wind or any way to push forward. The captain calls in, "All right, boarding party, get ready. Want to make sure that they all go quietly or quickly." And he gestures towards the lot of you, as you are the mercenaries of the ship.
I think Alara points to herself and then looks behind her and says, "Me."
Am I still in the crow's nest at this point?
You can be, but you have been gestured to.
Oh, okay.
With me, let us get ready.
I'll stand behind Vrash. He seems pretty big.
All right.
I'm just gonna follow everybody.
Or I should ask who's the biggest one in our group? Like who's
Probably Rash. He's 7.5 feet tall.
yeah, okay. I'll be behind you.
Yeah, Spook never mentioned how tall they were. They just said they were tall.
Well, I'm not looking just for height, like big.
Spook 6'2", but like only a handful of pounds. He's not very thick.
Not thick at all. I'm
No,
just
not
average.
this one.
I feel like I could probably hide you, Finkiss, but not very well.
Shit's pretty big, isn't he?
Yeah, Shed's a big guy.
I think I'm taller, but like we're both kind of like I think he's more built than I am, probably.
Then I will be behind Shid.
I like how we're getting in the schematics of how you can hide behind.
Marching order. This is how these things go.
I have a tail that you can get on though.
Oh,
I will
shots
be
fired.
behind Shid.
The ship gets up within distance and hooks are launched. As they dig into the retreating vessel and start to pull it close, you notice that the cannon has taken out quite a few of the people on deck who are there, but there are still some who are up and start firing crossbows at the main deck as both ships get pulled side by side. As the five of you are led up to the boarding plank and it's set down, you all rush over with first mate Graham, as he is the head of the boarding party.
Okay, can I cast heroism on Graham?
Sure. I will allow that as we drop into initiative.
Ooh.
See on the map. Go.
Oh yeah, here we go. Oh yeah, we got our little things.
I double you guys up.
That's
There you go. Okay, so for initiative, what you do is when you have your character sheet open, click on your token and then click the initiative button on your character sheet. And that should put you automatically in my turn order.
I don't think I can select my guy.
Oh, can you not?
yeah, I
okay.
can't click
Yeah.
mine either.
Damn. That would be like a useful thing to be able to do.
Oh, turn order. Nice.
Okay. I know what I did. Okay. Find the... Go. Ed. Okay, so I'll just have to edit these on the backside too later. Okay. Try one more time. Everybody should have.
Okay, so what do? We click on it and then what?
Click your token and then click the initiative button on your character sheet.
Did I do it right? Okay, cool.
They can. Let's go. Okay.
We got quite a few ties here.
Uh oh. I guess I should initiate tiebreaker characters. Uh holy crap, there's like 4 ties. Okay. Oh, and of course. First mate. So that makes it top of the initiative with Vrash.
Okay. Am I casting heroism right now, or am I casting it when as we were trying to cross? Is that when initiative was called?
I'd say since you were preparing as rushing on, you would have cast it already.
Okay. Okay. Um. Willing creature touches a butte with bravery until the spell ends. The creature is immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to your spellcasting ability modifier. How do I find that? It's just the charisma for paladins, right?
Yes.
Okay, so +3. Is that what that means?
Okay. As +3 hit points. Very cool.
Yeah. Okay. So now it's then my turn. Let's see what I want to do. I guess we're also gonna cast Shield of Faith on shit.
Those are both concentration spells, so you would lose.
Oh, I would lose one of them, wouldn't I?
Yeah, you'd lose heroism.
Never mind then. Why is it stop moving? Thank you. I guess I'll just start moving closer to them.
Okay.
Speed is 30 feet, and it's how many? 5 per square, right?
Yeah, 5 per square. There is a ruler tool that can tell you how far distances are. Also, a fun little thing you can do is if you pick up like your token, left click and hold. If you right click while you're still holding the left click, it'll give you a ruler for how far you're going. If that makes sense.
I'm gonna go right there and I'm gonna try to hit. I think this is how you ping. How do you ping stuff?
Click and hold without moving the token. Yep.
That guy.
All right.
I'm gonna try to swing on that guy.
Roll to hit. Okay, so 6 does not hit.
Cool.
So you rush forward, and these men have been looked to be like they're hunkering together, regaining whatever senses they had after their main mast came down. As you rush forward, this sailor puts up his shield just in time to stop your longsword. He calls back, "Hey, Captain!" as he's starting to freak out.
Is there any like symbols on his shield?
On the shield, no. You do though. Roll me a perception check. You do notice that a couple of them have pirate brands, as in they have been captured and charged as pirates, but apparently whatever they had done hadn't given them enough cause to be immediately hung, so they were just branded as such.
Okay.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that should be. I don't have a second attack, I don't think.
Wait. The man that the first had turned to and called for captain moves past up next to Vrash and says, "You're not gonna last long here. You should have left us be," as he makes his 2 attacks on you. One with a scimitar and one with a dagger. Does an 11 hit?
It does not.
All right. So he starts to swing in at you, almost like he's in a defensive way of his own men. But he can't seem to hit you. So that makes it Finkus, your turn.
All right. Let's see. I'm gonna move close. And I think from here, let's see. Maybe there. I'll cast Bane and get that guy, and that guy with it.
Okay. What kind of save is Bane?
It is a charisma saving throw.
Ooh. Alright, so what's your DC?
It's a 13.
That's a fail. That's a fail. Wow. So all 3 are baned. Believe.
It says I have to be within 30 feet of them, but can I move out of their range after that and it stays?
Yeah, yeah, it's 30 feet.
Okay. I have a 25 move speed, but I have a 50-foot fly speed, so could I fly away?
You could definitely take the sky. You would have about 15 feet left.
Alright. So I'll just fly 15 feet into the air.
Okay. And what does your spell casting look like?
Ah. It is a it's like a purplish cloud that just envelops them. I hold out my hand.
Okay. So, Finkus, you put your arms forward, and this dark little purple storm cloud starts to wrap around each of them. The mist pushing into their clothes, and
Yeah, it's
each of the
very
pirates,
misty.
yeah, each of the
Yeah.
pirates looks a little, look almost starved for a moment before the spell takes full effect. All right. That makes it the other bandit's turns. He is going to, seeing the small bird person who just cast something on the captain, he's going to take a few steps over here and he's going to fire a crossbow at Fingus.
Oh.
Man, I'm going to switch to my rail dice because that is a 9 to hit. Guessing that doesn't hit Finkus.
Oh yeah, no, that doesn't hit.
All right. That makes it Shed, your turn.
All right, so I'm gonna plan to charge up, and I wanna to summon my Echo Knight image as I'm running up. To get another image, you're gonna have to drop something on the map for me. So what you guys would see is just like this kind of like blue mist pulling off from my body, and all the tattoos kind of just moving away, and I just become this plain white dragonborn. But you see like this blue misty kind of echoey image that looks just like me.
All right, and where is it placing?
I'm gonna place it when I'm running up to him, so it's gonna go up to I think the next guy. So move. So I'll probably have run right there, and then I would have him at like the next guy up at the top.
Like here?
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm gonna attack using my greatsword. But I'm also gonna use this unleash incarnation. So me using an attack, I can have it also make an attack, and we're just both gonna be swinging away at the guy in front of us.
Okay, so both
Oof.
attacking this guy right there.
We'll be attacking. He'll attack the top one. Well, we'll attack different ones.
Okay, okay. So roll your attacks. $22 for sure hits. And roll the attack for your echo, or does it use the same attack roll?
It uses the same one. Sorry, I have the great weapon fighting fighter whatever feat thing that's called. So it's supposed to reroll a 1 or a 2. Or I can. Let me read it really quick.
That's on damage. So when you roll damage, oh. Thank you so much, Jemmy, for the raid. What's up, everybody? Holy crap! We are playing some D&D right now, and fighting pirates. Hi. Oh, and thanks for the cheers. An anonymous cheers. Thank you. I appreciate it. Welcome on in. What was I thinking? Hype. Yeah. So Great Weapon Fighter or Great Weapon Master allows you to reroll damage on the attack roll. So, or sorry, on the damage roll. So, when you hit the Great Sword button and it rolls damage, if any of those are ones, you can re-roll them. Or if any of them are ones or twos, I think.
Yeah, gotcha. I'm just trying to figure out from the the order of what it said that I rolled on there. Because I'd have +4 damage, so I think that means I rolled 2 twos, but it seems weird that it's in that order.
A Great Sword is 2d6 plus your strength modifier.
Yes, I think that means I rolled 2 twos. Am I reading this right?
I'm not sure. So, because you drag and drop the Greatsword into your character sheet, right?
Yes.
Okay. Click the word Greatsword in the chat, and it should auto roll it for you.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, gotcha. Okay, so 12 damage.
Okay, 12 damage. And yeah, there's no ones or twos in that. Thank you so much for the follow, Bolo Jr. Appreciate it. Oh, and it rolled secondary damage. It rolled it twice. Interesting.
Okay, I'll roll for the other attack.
No, you're. Yeah, okay, yeah, perfect. And roll the 19 also hits. Okay, so Shed, you run forward, and as your secondary image shifts off of you, the two dragonborns, one white and one this dark blue of ink, both shred through these two bandits. Both of them hitting the deck dead where they stood. I believe that's the end of your turn.
Yes.
All right. That makes it Bandit back here, who's now seen Shed as a major issue. He's gonna move forward. Actually, yeah, he's gonna move forward, and as he gets onto the cargo crating, he's gonna slam his feet down on it a couple of times and call down and say, "There's more than we can handle. Somebody get up here. We need some help." And then he's going to make his attack against Shed, which I need to figure out where I put my character sheets.
Because I have protection as my fighting style, he's gonna get disadvantage since I have a shield and Shed is within 5 feet of me.
Oh snap! Okay.
Ooh, and he has a minus D4 in the attack roll.
It's not that one, but
Oh,
yeah,
it's not.
it's this guy over here.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the one beside him.
So at disadvantage, the 10 to hit. I don't believe that hits Shed. All right. And that's all he's got. Okay. Alara, it is your turn.
Okay. So how do you do the ruler again? Well, I guess I could just.
If you
I'm gonna. Go ahead. Tell me.
you can pick up your character and right click while you're holding your token, and it'll tell you how far you've moved your token.
It's not doing it, but it's okay. I'm gonna move to right here, and then I'm gonna use Phantasmal Force on the captain. And I'm gonna make it into a fire, but he has to roll a um I think he has to roll an intelligence. Let's see. Yeah, I think he has
Yeah,
to.
an intelligence saving throw.
And my DC is 14.
Right.
And that is a minus D4.
That is -2. So he got a 12.
Okay, cool. So basically, I just want it to appear like a fire is sprung up around him, and he gets damage done to it each round that I think he's in it.
Each round on your turn. So yeah, as you walk forward, and how's your spell casting like?
I don't know. I feel like it's probably fairly invisible, but maybe just like glittery in the air. Because I don't want anything. I like to stay hidden most of the time, so I feel like it's more like a faint white.
Okay. So as you walk forward, there's just a little bit of a glow to you as you're muttering your spell under your breath, and the rest of you have no idea why. But the captain goes from his readied stance to looking down at his arms in horror, just as he starts just like patting himself out for apparently no reason. But I'll let you roll the first d6 of psychic damage on him.
This man just watched two of his friends get killed. Now suddenly he just erupts into flames.
He's just suddenly on fire.
I mean, there are two dragonborns in front of him. Can logic make it seem?
Maybe, yeah, that might be what's going through his head. Nobody really knows. Not even him at this point. Okay, so that makes it then first mate Graham's turn. And he is gonna make his way around to the other side of the captain. And with almost a little bit of a boyish glee, he rushes forward and as he gets close, he says, "So, do you still have the cargo that you stole from Waterdeep, or is it already been moved off the ship?" As he starts to just stab into this guy. He is going to be using rapier. Oh, you know, I roll well against myself. That's always great. -6. The captain's still just panicking because he's on fire. That makes it the other bandit who is going to, since he's stuck between the two next to the two dragonborn, he is also going to make an attack against Shed at disadvantage still.
Yeah, the what it said. Where'd my character sheet go? Hold on. Let me pull it back up. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
It says, as a reaction, you use your shield to impose disadvantage when an adjacent enemy attacks someone within 5 feet of you.
Okay, so it uses your reaction, so you can only do it once per round until your turn
Okay,
starts
so I can't
again.
do it the second time.
Yeah.
But one did.
That is good to know. That is a 14 to hit Shed.
Is Bane still a thing?
Bane is still a thing.
I don't know. I think
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Bane's still a thing.
I got you, Sam.
Then that is an
Yeah.
11 against Shed.
My AC is 16.
Yep. Yeah. All right. And the other bandit is dead. That makes it Spook. Your turn.
Oh man, Spook does not like this shady fellow over here, just hanging out. Kind of like Spook is. Let me highlight him. This guy. Spook doesn't like that. So, Spook is gonna throw something at that person. Something being...
A dwarven arrow.
Nah, Spook's not that cool. He's just got Sacred Flame.
That works. That's a dex save. Yep, dex save, DC 13. He actually dodges as you put your hand out. How does Spook's casting look?
It's like this dark blue and purple with sparkles, twilighty beautifulness.
We have a party aesthetic. I love it.
Yes,
Nice.
of course.
I like how your spellcasting sparkles.
I didn't tell it to, just started doing it on its own one day.
So as another one of these dark clouds with a gem-like lights inside of it starts to billow around him, he steps far enough to the side before there's just a little eruption of dark blue flame where he was standing. He's in the process of reloading his crossbow and debating between either firing now at Spook or continuing to fire at the bird person.
Spook's gonna use one of the new swear words that he learned from the sailors.
I love it.
And that ends his turn.
All right, that brings us to that bandit who is also dead. At the top of the round, coming up from the stairs next to Spook, are 4 more bandits. Or 4 more pirates, sorry. I'm using bandit tokens.
They're bandits of the sea.
Yeah. What am I doing?
Oh no. Spook! Run!
It's an interesting formation.
It's what worked the easiest. Don't judge
And
me.
that's fine.
Reorganize this again.
Do we know if they came up because of the swear word?
You feel like they were probably called up either by the shout for help or the captain being apparently on fire in his own head, or most likely probably the swear word.
Does Spook think that they came up because of the swear word?
Spook's never gonna use that swear word again.
It's a spell. It summons bad guys. That makes it Vrash your turn.
Okay, well, Brash is gonna run right back over here by Spook, and he's gonna use his breath weapon, his fire breath.
Okay. As you step away, both the captain and the pirate next to you get attacks of opportunity.
Okay.
So that's a 20 from the pirate.
Minus D4.
That hits. So wait,
D4. That's an 18 to hit from the pirate.
that still hits.
And the
I tried.
captain. That's a 23 minus a D4, so 22. So you take 10 slashing damage as you move out of the range of those two.
That's fine. I'm good.
Okay.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
Would the captain get disadvantage on any attacks since he's panicking about fire that no one can see?
I don't believe that's a part of the spell.
I was just curious if you would allow that. I was stretching it, but you never know. You don't ask.
Currently no, but that is something that might come up. Okay, so you took the minus 10 from both of them slashing out at you, and you moved into range, and now you're going to use your breath weapon.
Right. Is it 10 each or just 10 total?
10 total. It was 5 each.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, running right here. It's a 15-foot cone, fire breath, dealing 2d6. Deck save DC is 14 for half damage.
Oh yeah, you'd. Let's see who.
There's my roll.
So 7. 3. You said it was a DC 14?
Yes, deck save.
Okay. The guy at the back was the only one to save. Which probably is because there's so many people in front of him who took the hit. So he
Makes
takes
sense.
He's lower down
4.
the stairs.
Rest 7. So you rush forward after being slashed twice in the back. Bits of armor, scale, and blood go flying. As you get right up next to Spook, you take in a deep breath, and even where that cut hit, there's a little glow of red before you release a torrent of brilliant scarlet flame down the stairwell. Several of the men start screaming as the fire billows past them, but they're still
I like to think
standing. They're definitely
I've put my
hurt.
shield in front of Spook so that nothing like gets on him,
Okay.
just for dramatic effect.
Spook is shielded for now. That makes it one of the bandits on the stairs who is going to make his way up to you. And though he is extremely hurt now, he's going to swing out at the Dragonborn. That is a 6 to hit. So that
That
does hit.
not.
I told myself I was going to switch to my dice, and I haven't yet. But he comes up, and he's still patting out the flames on himself as he slashes and just chimes off of your shield. That then makes it the captain's turn. Now, does he get a save against the phantasmal force?
I think it mentioned somewhere that they can do an investigation check if they wanted to.
Yeah, Phantasmal Force is like really OP.
Use an action.
Yeah, to examine.
He is gonna grit his teeth and let himself burn.
Nice. That's dope.
So seemingly ignoring the flames on his body that nobody else can see, he is going to. He's gonna make one attack against Shed and one attack against First Mate. So Shed, that's a 13 to hit. I don't think that hits.
Minus D4.
Minus a D4. So wait. Yeah, 12 to hit, which still doesn't hit, and a 14. That doesn't hit Graham either. So as the dark cloud is still pulling at his arms, this captain is just unable to land a single strike, being parried left and right. Then he is also going to take his D6, so let me get that from you, Laura.
I think it's on my turn.
Oh, it's on your turn? Okay, perfect. Then we will hold that till then. Vinkus, it is your turn.
I'm going to go ahead and fly another 10 feet in the air. It's be like 35 feet.
Okay.
And I'll move a little closer, about there maybe. And I will cast Sacred Flame on that guy right there.
Okay. Your flame is a dex save.
Minus a D4.
Minus a D. Yeah, he rolled a 9. So
All right.
the D4 doesn't
So
even
that's
come
super
into play. Yeah, he rolled 9.
So I just hold my hand out toward him again, and now these just purple flames just materialize on him, burning him. And that is 1d8 radiant damage.
Correct.
Can I get an insight to what the captain's thinking? Because he has regular flames on him that no one can see, and now the person next to him has purple flames.
4 radiant damage.
Okay. Sure, roll an insight check. He seems pissed. Oh, all in all, yeah, he just seems upset with the situation. Also, he seems to be well aware of magic users and has had dealings with them, so he at least understands that shit like this happens, and he hates it. But is
Okay,
that the end of
cool.
your turn, Finkus?
Yep, that's it.
Right.
35 feet up in the air. That's my turn.
This bandit is gonna make his way up, going up the stairs over here onto the upper part of the deck, and he's gonna make another crossbow shot at Finkus.
You won't get away from me.
He's not sure why, but he's pretty sure that this little bird person is the main issue. That's an 18 to hit.
That hits.
So you take 2 piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw to see if you hold on to your spell.
Yep.
You have to beat a
Con
10.
saving throw.
Yep, con.
Ooh.
So
So
Bane
close.
drops.
And how much damage was that?
2.
Okay.
Little more than 1, little less than 3.
I like the little status effect things on the characters. It's super cool.
It helps me keep track of shit, because gods, I don't. Okay. So he's achieved his ultimate goal. He hit the bird person once. That makes
Out in
it
pain.
Shed, your turn.
All right, I want to do a similar thing. I want to move the shadow to just north of the pirate captain. And I'll swing at the guys below me.
Okay. Roll to hit. Okay, a 12. A 12 just meets the pirate below you's armor class. Now roll for the shade. $14. 14 does not hit the captain, so just roll damage for the one pirate. Nine.
I'll roll that 2.
I'm sorry?
Reroll the 2 in the damage.
Ah. Perfect. So that's 2 more. So 11.
And I'm done.
So Shed racking up the kill count as he has taken out his third pirate. The captain, who seeing the attack coming as crewman, is able to block the echo that mirrors your attack at him. He seems genuinely distraught at the deaths of his crew. Makes it now. Pirate is going to step over his deceased friend to move into a flanking position on Shed. And I'm going to use my own dice because I keep saying I'm going to. Okay, because my dice actually do things. That's a 19 to hit.
Hits.
For 7 slashing damage against you, Shed. As he's able to find a place in the armor and cuts just above your shoulder and down part of your back.
I want to use my Dragonborn trait so that when I take damage from a creature in range, I can use my reaction to make a weapon attack against them.
A Dragonborn trait?
Vengeful Assault. It's on the Ravenite one.
Okay. Cool. Then make your attack. 11. 11 does not hit. So as you swing back at him, he's able to step back just enough to take the miss. Right. Right. That makes it Eliar's turn. Alara.
So I'm gonna go.
Damn
Yeah,
it.
you're good. It's okay. I believe in you so much. So I'm gonna roll the d6 for the captain real quick.
Cool. 3.
And then, for a bonus action, I'm gonna give Bardic Inspiration to Spook. And I'm just gonna give them a solid thumbs up and be like, you got this! So they now have 1d6.
Spook is grateful. He's feeling really worried about the swear word that brought up these people. So he needs a little extra boost right now.
So I do that, and then, okay. So I think I'm gonna come up to the captain, and would that be technically flanking?
Yes, it would.
Okay, cool. And I'm gonna use my rapier. Boom.
Okay.
Is that how you do that?
17 does hit.
Yay!
So you move up, and after giving your inspiration to Spook, who looks a little troubled with their predicament, you move up and draw this long gleaming piece of metal and go at the captain. It's very rare I see a bard actually make a melee attack. I'm kind of happy.
You know, I've never played Bard before, so I'm changing it up.
Yeah.
About the usual stuff.
It's good.
I totally forgot I had Bardic Inspiration until 2 seconds ago, which is the reason I first used it.
Good. All right. That makes it first make Graham's turn. He is going to make his attack against the captain. 14 plus the 17 to hit. That just hits. Yep. I can keep my dice in the tray. That is another 7 damage to the captain. Now we are at... Don't need that bandit. Don't need that bandit. So I'm just cutting off the dead from my initiative order. Okay. So, this bandit is going to move up over here to attack Spook.
With disadvantage, I'm going to use my reaction with the protection.
Okay, with disadvantage. That is a 6 to hit.
That's gonna miss.
So he comes in, and just that long reach of his massive dragonborn is batting the scimitar away out of his from hitting Spook. That is all he's got. He is not looking good, but that makes it Spook your turn.
Spook is a little spooked. And he's gonna get out his shield. And then it's either gonna be hit him with a mace or with a spell. Let's try mace. He hasn't used it much, so it might terribly fail.
Okay, roll the hit.
Oh, wrong app. Same same result.
Oh, a 12 hits.
Yay! All right, 7 damage.
So you drop your shield from your shoulder and strap it in real quick. As you pull your mace from your side, you swing at the pirate who's still kind of shook from the shield bash he got from Vrash, and you bring the mace into the side of his head, and he goes over the side, out of sight, into the water.
Woo! All right, he's looking less spooked now.
Looks less like himself.
It was definitely the thumbs up from Alara.
I just needed someone to believe in me.
Well, at that, the last two bandits move up. One is going to make his attack against Vrash. One is going to make his attack against Spook. Actually going to push over into this area right here. So against Vrash is a 12 to hit.
Nope.
And Spook is a 16 to hit.
Haha, not anymore because I have my shield.
All right. Then I won't use my Dalek dice. Not yet. And that brings us to Vrash, your turn.
Okay. Let's see here. What branded you pirates? What is your crimes?
Okay,
Just kind of ask them.
the pirate directly in front of you, roll a persuasion check, actually.
All right.
The one directly in front of you, who's still like singed, his skin is red and blistered from your fire breath, yells out while he's still trying to stab you to death. It's because we don't fit into your cookie cutter little perfect world that lives over in Waterdeep.
If you explain what you mean, I will heal some of your wounds.
That's all you have for conversation. Is that your turn?
Well. What spells do I have again? Let's see here. Is heroism, would that be done for now? Or would it still be going on for him?
It was a minute.
Okay, so yeah, that's probably way gone. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Shield of Faith then.
Well,
on
no,
Spook.
each round is 6 seconds.
Oh.
So
it's 10 rounds.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna drop the concentration for that to help Spook out, since we've got 3 of us over here and Shed is killing everybody over there.
Okay, so then Spook, you have a +2 to your AC for the next 10 minutes or until concentration is broken.
I feel pretty invincible right now. I'm gonna do something reckless soon.
You can say the word again.
Fantastic. That makes now the bandit you were talking to. He looks surprised that you're asking these questions, which adds a moment of hesitation to his attack. But eventually, he does grit his teeth and go in to attack you. Brash. But he is taking disadvantage at it. So he does not hit. The swing seems a little less forceful than the previous one, but he's building up his resolve again. Makes its captain. Is going to gonna swipe now against Shed and Alara. So the first one against Shed, that is a 23 to hit, and Alara, that is a 19 to hit.
It hits.
It's your cue.
My dice are better. So Shed, that is 6 slashing damage, and Alara, that is 8 slashing damage. Is Phantasmal Force concentration? It is. So Alara, give me a concentration check, a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution. Boom.
The Phantasmal Force fades.
Bye-bye.
As in his own mind, he slashes once against Shed and finally turns on Alara, and as he cuts across her, the flames on his arms disappear, and he seems to realize then what was going on, seeing that his clothing is not burned in any way. And then he focuses in a little more on Alara. But that is his turn. Finkus, it is you.
I'm going to turn around and face that guy shooting at me for one. I'm gonna land, and I think I'm just within range for this. I gotta be 30 feet. I can't get. I don't know the ruler to work.
You good?
Yeah, and I'm going to hold my hand out towards him and say, "Darkness." And I cast blindness, deafness on him. Try to make him blind.
All right. Can I save
It's a
that?
con saving throw.
It's a 3.
Do you get
So-
to choose if he's blind or deaf or
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, you get to choose, and I made him blind. So this pitch black energy just like shoots out from my hand and just hits him right in the eyes.
He starts freaking out, like grabbing at his eyes. Those of you who can see that the entire eye has gone black, and there's this purplish like tears slowly rolling down his face.
And I'm going to move. I'm just gonna move right here in between. Oh wait, no, that's where the captain is. One there. I'm gonna move right there.
Okay.
And I'm good. That's my turn.
That makes it now that bandit, who cannot see, he is going to. He's firing his crossbow in this general direction. Uh. 1d. I'll just do a d6. Okay, at disadvantage. He fires a crossbow and it spins right past the captain's head. As the captain looks over and yells out, "You idiot! Can't you see where you're shooting?" The guy's just like, "No!" Shed, that makes it your turn.
I'm still laughing at that no. I think I want to use my last invocation to double up on this pirate captain. Swing at him.
Okay, roll to hit. "19 hits.
And that'll be for the shade.
Okay, 12 does not. So, roll damage. You rolled to hit again.
You rolled the hit, gosh.
I will.
11 damage.
All right.
Does he look like he's hurting right now?
Oh yeah. I mean, he's covered in small burns from fire that was never there. His body just reacted as if it was. So there's little boils and red patches. And he has definitely taken a couple of slashes and stabs and almost took an arrow to the head.
All right. So I want to use my action surge just to swing at him one more time.
Go for it.
And I'll do this correctly.
Crit.
Oh my god.
All right, that hits. That hits. That's gonna hurt. Roll damage. So another 14.
And then I'm going to reroll the ones and the twos.
Perfect. Okay, so that's, yeah.
So 11 plus 7.
He is barely holding on at this point. He is starting to cough up blood as you keep hitting and hitting at him. That makes it the bandit behind you. Going to attack. That's a 17 to hit.
Hits?
For 4 damage. 1. Then Alara, it's your turn.
Okay, let's see. You said he's like super hurt. What to do? I think I'm going to bonus action give Bardic Inspiration to Varash. So that's 2 died down for me. And then I guess I'm just gonna fucking try and hit him.
Go for it. 16 16 hits.
Oh my goodness, no way. Wait. How does flanking work again? I forgot.
You would have had advantage on the attack, so you still would have gotten the 16.
Okay, I forgot.
Yeah. That's why I'm here, to run the rules in the world. And other things. Like the music,
Nice.
the Twitch channel, everything.
All the things.
All the things.
And I guess that ends my turn because I don't think I have anything else. I do have a quick question though. I have cutting words.
Uh-huh.
How does that work? So I use it as a reaction on someone else's turn?
So you use it as a reaction when somebody's making an attack or rolling damage, and you subtract an inspiration dice from their attack or damage roll.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
First mate's turn. Ram. His attack. But he just misses. As the captain of the ship is still holding out, Mr. Graham continuing to attack, and he calls out to all of you, "We leave none of them alive."
And why shouldn't we?
We'll see what happens then on your turn. He does look in your direction, though. That makes it Spook, your turn.
Oh, Spook, all he needed was permission. So he has in front of him some people that have been hitting him, and he's not really happy about that. So he would now like to try this new spell. He needed permission to use it though. Called Toll the Dead.
Okay. Which one are you using Toll of the Dead on? Right. And it is a wisdom save.
Whoa, that spell's cool.
It's mean. It's a mini spell.
It is.
This this pirate, as you, or how do you cast a spell? What chimes when you use it?
It's the sound of a really big church bell.
And as the rest of you hear, like almost as if it's a far off echo, the man directly in front of Spook shudders for a bit, and you see his burns start to bleed some more, but he is able to resist it. He barely made it through. So was there anything else for your turn, Spook?
Spook's gonna whisper the little swear word.
Oh no.
Oh man, look at
And that
that, more
ends the turn.
bandits.
Can
No.
ears hear her whisper?
Vrash definitely can hear it. I don't know if you guys could hear it from being that far away on the ocean in combat.
Did I hear it?
I'm
No.
still gonna give Spook a thumbs up, even though I don't know what happened. I just heard like the bell echo, and I'm just gonna thumbs up Spook.
All right.
Spook blushes a little bit.
Cool. So the two bandits on either side of Spook are gonna make their attacks. That is an 11 and a 23 to hit. I believe the 23 hits. Cha. So Spook, you take 9 slashing damage from the bandit who actually was able to resist your toll. Oh. Discord issues. Oh no.
That's not fun.
Yes. Tis not. But that makes it Rash your turn.
Okay, 1 second. It's doing weird things. Okay. Bye-bye.
Just the internet in general.
Hmm. Can I like tackle to grapple the captain? I know I'll take an opportunity attack or two, but like, is that a thing or?
What
Spook
damage
took
did
9
you take?
damage. You could. See, 5,
Okay.
10, 15. Yeah.
Okay. If I do that, what?
Remind you that I have Bardic Inspiration for you. You have a D6.
Right.
Is that what you're gonna do?
I don't know. I'm very conflicted right now. If I tackle him, can I move him the extra 10 feet that I would have for my speed?
You would maybe be able to push him 5 feet.
Okay. I think that's what I'm going to do then. And I'm going to try to move him just the 5 to get me in between him and this dude.
Okay. So, as you do leave their threat, the 2 bandits do make attacks against you.
Right.
Guys, 13 doesn't hit, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so you rush over.
Sorry.
First you're gonna get there because that's where you're gonna be starting your tackle. Roll an athletics check. This is gonna be opposed by the captain.
Let me help you.
So you rush forward. Do you want to use your inspiration or not?
Yeah, it's 1d6, right?
Correct.
Fuck. That's not helpful.
So you rush forward, and as you get up to the captain, yelling that you're here to help, basically, he hooks his foot into the grating below him and braces out, throwing a shoulder into your chest. He does not move at all, and you get stopped where you are.
Okay.
That is your action.
Okay. Can I still like talk? Just
You got 6 seconds. What do you say?
okay. Don't kill this man.
Okay.
When you say that, do you mean like don't kill the captain or what?
Correct. I'm like, I tried to grapple him, but it obviously didn't work. He stopped me, but like I'm trying to. Would I be physically holding him, trying to tackle him, or like how would you describe that? I don't know how to describe it.
He shoved you off. Even for your size, he manhandled you away from him.
No, that made me look like a bitch, but that's fine.
Yeah, he. Let's just say he rolled almost 10 more than what you did.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, you were pushed back into the 5-foot area that you're in. He is bleeding out, but seems to be determined to go at it till the end. That makes it the bandit left with Spook. You guys gonna move right there. He is going to attack Spook. That is a 16 to hit.
It misses.
Right, because you have so much shielding right That makes it the captain's turn. The captain... Oh, he just has so many targets to pick from. He doesn't know who to attack. Let's see. So he's going to attack Vrash and Mr. Graham. So against Vrash was almost awesome, and then it was a 6.
Oof.
And then Mr. Graham, nope, that is also not gonna hit. That makes it Finkus, your turn.
I'm gonna. Well, I'm pretty sure I saw Thrash run by, so I'm gonna look over there and see Spook all alone, surrounded by 3 enemies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look at this guy across from me, and I'm going to just look at him. My eyes will glow. I'll start having a purplish glow of energy in them. I'm gonna tell him to grovel as I cast command.
All right. Wisdom saving throw. His eyes lock with yours, and he immediately drops to his hands and knees. The amount of force that this little bird is holding over people, this is great.
I'm gonna also move.
Terrifying. I said it was.
I'm gonna move into this lifeboat right here and just kind of duck down.
Pretty rogue actions for a cleric.
You can play cleric however you want, but yeah,
Look,
that's
look,
awesome.
man, I'm playing support here, okay?
And that's fine.
Boy alone.
Bird Boy is great.
As I have this massive bolt from a crossbow sticking out of my chest.
It's a normal sized bolt, but yeah, it's
It's-
massive to him.
Yeah, it's massive to me.
Okay, the bandit up on the blinded bandit. Oh, does he get a save against the blind effect?
At every, I think it's at the end of his turns. I'll check real quick.
At the end of each. Okay, so I didn't roll for him for last time, so let's see. Oh, he was no longer blinded.
I'm glad I ducked down then.
Oh shit, he can see me.
Gonna rush down here and try to attack Ram with advantage. Always roll well against myself. Four damage. So he rushes down and is able to get the first hit on Mr. Graham, cutting into his coat and some of the chainmail that was under the coat itself. That makes it Shed, your turn. What are you doing?
I think I've had it with this guy that's behind me, so I kind of want to do a little spin move.
All right. Ooh. Yeah, 24 hits.
Good God.
So it's just 13 because it wasn't a crit, but there is a 2 in there, so you can re-roll that.
I think I set it up to auto re-roll it now, so it should be the 13.
Ah. Cool. Oh yeah, because I rolled 3 dice. So... so you spin on the spot and you just completely remove this man's head.
Good fucking God.
Team Shed. Team Shed.
That is the master. And then Bird Boy is second in command.
Oh, and it was just about to be his turn. I get to delete him from the initiative order.
So as a bonus action, I'm able to resummon the Echo like 15 feet away from me, and I can have it move.
Okay.
And I want to move it to the left of the guy, right below Spook.
Right.
So he'd resummon like 15 feet from me, but yeah.
Oh, he's prone, by the way.
That's it.
Is that it?
That's it.
All right. So, what up, Dust? Thank you for the lurk, my guy. So as you turn and decapitate one of the pirates, your echo turns to ink and moves like a cloud around Rash and then reforming next to the prone bandit. Alara, that makes it your turn.
Okay, cool. So I just saw Brash try to tackle the captain and say not to kill him. So I'm going to like take like one small step back from like a fighting stance towards him and just look at the two of them. And I'm gonna turn and look at this guy over here, and I'm gonna use Dissonant Whispers on him. If I could. So he's a Wisdom saving throw.
He did not save. Roll your
So
damage.
he takes. It would help if I didn't have all this stuff in front of me. Takes 3d6, and then he also has to move away from me as his reaction.
Creature doesn't move into obvious dangerous ground, such as a fire. So that means he's not gonna jump off the ship, although that was... I was tempted. As you look over to him and you start to speak under your breath, and your voice becomes the only thing that he can hear, as multitudes of your voice start to echo through his head. The still like purple tears that were in his eyes from this blindness, he turns in terror and turns to run as Mr. Graham puts his saber through the back of the man's head, finishing him off as he stepped out of his range for an attack of opportunity.
I'd just like to state that the whispers you heard were just a nice, go away, please.
People are so polite. People are never polite. This is wrong.
Was he scared of the politeness?
Yes, it was too polite for him.
Didn't like that.
Mr. Graham is going to turn back towards the captain. And he
Is he swinging on the captain?
is.
He's got two, right? Two
He has
attacks?
one attack.
Oh.
As
I'm
far
going
as
to
you
use
see.
protection on the captain.
Okay.
Honey, the fuck?
Something about this feels wrong to me. Stop trying to kill this man.
He still hits. So as you go into block with the shield, he presses the saber tip into your shield, pushing it away quickly, following up with a secondary strike into the captain's chest, and drives the man to the ground, to the grating. As the two of them are down there, the captain's coughing up his last breath. He just chuckles up at Graham and slaps a bloody hand on the side of his face and says, "Look forward to the Dark Lady's shadow," as life leaves him. Life leads him into the death.
Damn.
Spare the time.
Standing up, Graham looks furiously at you, Vrash. He doesn't say anything yet, but he's definitely, he has words that are going to be coming. He does also take his movement over to here. That makes it Spook. Your turn.
Everyone's around me.
Yeah.
You're so popular.
It's too bad I don't have any like area effect spells to get them all. I'll just I'll do Toll of the Dead again
Okay.
to the same one. So I think that'll make it a D12 if it hits. Or does he have damage on him already?
Yeah, they've all been damaged. So roll your damage. I'm pretty sure he failed.
Yeah.
I told it doesn't have a 2 hit. So just roll. So hit the let's see how much damage you do. We'll have to fix that.
Oh,
Oh, swear word.
Bardic inspiration.
It doesn't work on damage.
that's unfortunate.
I could have spent it.
Whoops.
You David right now?
Yeah. Why?
I think the Tasha's guide lets you use Bardic Inspiration on magic damage. I think if you allow that, but I don't know.
Yeah, if that's a thing.
I just know it says in here. It says ability checks, attack roll, saving throw. It doesn't say anything else. I mean, that's up to you.
Oh shit. Lucky I have it right next to me.
Of course you do.
Listen, I have pretty much every book within like a quick walk.
Nerd.
Nerd. If a creature has a bardic inspiration die from you, deal damage. Oh yeah, you can use the inspiration if you want to add it to your damage for a spell, or you can use it to heal. Add healing.
Aww. I know, I want to kill him.
So roll a d6.
Roll a
So
d6.
can I add that into my Bardic Inspiration little section that for healing or magical damage?
Yes, yeah. And after this I'll send you Tasha's so you can take a look at it.
Thank you.
With another chime of the bell, this man, all his wounds erupt in blood as he comes down to his knee for a second. He's barely holding on.
That ends Spook's turn.
All right. Yeah, I love what they did in Tasha's. I just don't have it memorized yet. I'll get there. So the bandits on either side of Spook are gonna make their attacks against Spook.
One has to stand up.
It's not that one yet.
Oh, okay.
It's the other two. There's a 13 to hit and a crit. So for the crit damage, and that's the guy that you just Toll the Dead, he does 12 slashing damage to Spook.
Youchies.
As he lunges forward, slashing out at you, he actually lays his shoulder against you, trying to use you to brace him up, but you shove him off as he's barely standing up. But he surprised you with that. That makes it Vrash, your turn.
Okay, 1 second. I gotta read a spell. Nah, I'll run up to right here to this guy, and I'm gonna swing on him, saying, "If you want them dead, then so be it."
Okay, 18 does hit. Roll damage.
Okay, I'm gonna do Divine Smite with it too.
Oh shit! All right.
Ooh. Get that
So
smot going on.
there's the longsword. And then 2d8, is that what it is? It's 1 plus spell, yeah, since it's a 1 first level spell.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Ooh.
so as you move forward, all the frustration from the lack of conversation, the death of the man that you were trying to save, you put it all into your blade as you bring it down on the bandit and sunder him, as well as the railing and a bit of the boat, or the bit of the the bit of the boat that you had clambered into, in half. You did over twice his health, his total health, in one hit.
Oof. Yeah, he's not getting back up.
I don't even think lay on hands can help that one. Whew.
That the bandit on the ground, he gets up from prone. I believe that's the, like, is it the end of his turn that he gets up, or is it just command?
I'm
I
pretty
don't think
sure
it says. I think that's just he just gets up.
Probably the target falls prone and then ends its turn. Oh, so he spends this turn prone. So this is when he would have fallen prone, which it didn't change anything. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's the end of his turn. Finkus, that makes it your turn.
All right. So, yeah, I'll just move up right here behind. Oop. Seems pretty safe for the moment, and I will just pat on the back and cure wounds.
Okay.
Boom.
So it's a D8 plus your spellcasting modifier.
Yes, and that is wisdom, so plus 3.
So Spook,
Oh.
you heal for 10.
Thanks, bird boy.
It's actually me just coming up behind you and hugging your leg.
It's a really
I
weird
fight the urge to
failing.
pick you off.
Because as he comes up and hugs your leg, there is that warmth from the healing spell. So it gives you that slight sensation of, like, warm water on your leg, and you're just like, wait.
Did I pee myself? I don't think I did.
Okay, that makes it, well, he's dead. Worry about him. Shed. That makes it your turn.
I would like to attack with the image on that prone guy.
Okay, roll to hit. You have advantage because he is prone. Alright, roll damage. So the echo, the ink version of Shed, brings the axe, or the greatsword, down, and it passes through the man's shoulders and neck and hits into the ground. And then a half second later, you see the man's shoulders take the impact, and then the wood underneath his neck splinters as he is also decapitated.
Oof.
2 decapitations and split in half.
So I want to move still with this turn. So I want to move the shadow over 2 squares to the right, and then I'm also going to move my guy at the same time, so I don't break that 30-foot distance.
Okay.
We're going to surround Spook.
Scare him.
I'm done.
Cool, cool.
I might actually pee myself.
Alara, it is your turn.
Cool. I'm gonna do vicious mockery then. Well, let me see. It's 60 feet, so I can do it from here. But I want to get it a little bit closer just because I feel left out. So yeah, I'm gonna do vicious mockery, and it's a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Spell DC is 14.
That is a. Oh right, there's no plus to that. That's a 5.
Oh, sweet. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. But I mean, I guess that works out. But I really just want to say, you're the only one living. How does that make you feel?
Wow.
Oh,
And then I do
Jesus
1
Christ.
psychic damage.
It got real.
I do 1 psychic damage.
I thought you were supposed to be nice.
Okay, well, there's a lot of dead bodies around me. You're confusing the hell out of me. I don't know what's happening anymore.
And all you see is this pirate have a single tear go down.
he looks distraught, like everything has gone wrong in his life, and he drops his sword.
Oh,
Are we still in combat? Are we? Oh fuck.
As the pirate stands there, like looking directly at Alara, Mr. Graham just walks past the echo and puts his sword through the man's neck from the side, and the man falls to the ground.
I think Alara is a little distraught because I know we're supposed to kill them all, but like the fact that he just killed someone who dropped his sword.
We did not have to kill them all. That was discretion on the person.
Everything on the ship goes quiet at this point. Looking around, the first mate, Mr. Graham, cleans his blade with a handkerchief he pulls out of his pocket. And then as he flicks the handkerchief, all the blood just flies off it, leaving it clean. Then he looks at Vrash and says, "You, back to the ship. Report to the brig."
Yes, sir.
You, and he looks towards Spook. Go report to the captain that we've taken the ship. The rest of you with me. And he starts down the stairs.
Spook lurks away.
Can I take a small moment to play the Dij? Solemnly play the Dij
Sure.
for all these fallen people. Cool. For anybody who forgot what the Dij is, it's that great club that's hollowed out that makes weird echoey noises.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to find a sound clip of that. See if I can get that to
Bruh.
play. But
Let's
yeah,
go.
you pull the club off your back and let out a mournful tone. Even Mr. Graham stops for a second, looks back at you confused, and then, sword still in hand, he continues his way down the stairs.
I think I pat Finkus on the head before I leave.
Cool, yeah. Once I'm done, I guess I was one of the ones who wanted to follow him, right?
Yeah. Everybody
Cool.
but Vrash and Spook.
I'll whisper over to Vrash as he's leaving that we'll get you out of there. Don't you worry.
I think I'm gonna go up to Finkiss and hold out my hand for them to follow me with.
I'll actually grab your hand and hold on to it.
I'm gonna turn to Spook and be like, I'll take care of him.
But I'm definitely not going to be the one following directly behind him. I want distance between me and him.
Spook doesn't look like he cares one way or the other.
I just give Spook another thumbs up.
He blushes again.
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry, I was just gonna tell Finkiss that Shid can go in front of us, and then you can like trail behind me, so you're the last one.
Oh yeah, I'll hustle up.
All right. So, we'll start with Fresh. You get back onto the other ship, or onto the Lion's Claw, and you're just making your way straight to the brig.
can I do something 1st? I want to talk to Spook while we're walking back over to the Lion's Claw.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. You're a religious man, are you not?
I've become that way.
Did none of that feel wrong to you?
They're pirates we were told to kill. That's what we're hired to do here.
They were just branded pirates, though. From what we were told, pirates don't get branded, they get killed. So why would we be fighting branded pirates?
There's a question for the captain for you.
Okay, he's just gonna fall on it now and go to the brig.
All right. Spook, as you get up to the captain, he looks at you and he doesn't say anything. He just has that stern look on his face and waits for whatever you're to say.
I'll give him a lowdown. How we found pirates. We killed pirates. I don't have much else to say about it, but I'll look at Rash.
Oh, Vrash has walked away to the brig.
Perfect. I'll just give him the lowdown and go back to my sleeping spot to clean up a little bit.
Okay. As you walk away, the captain turns towards Quay and says, "Secure the cargo, make sure everything gets over here properly, then we burn the ship. Don't want anybody coming across it and making use of the vessel." Mr. Quay gives a nod and says, "Right, Captain." And starts calling out orders as people start gathering sacks to get stuff. Spook, roll a perception check. Okay. The rest of you, as you get down to the below deck with first mate Graham in the lead, he starts going around from room to room. He's looking. Eventually, he stops at one portion of the floor where it creaks a little louder under his foot, and he takes a step back and he looks towards Shed and gestures towards the floorboards where he had been standing.
Tear that up.
All right. Give me a strength check.
Yeah.
You stow your greatsword on your back, you reach down and put your claws right into the woodwork, and as you pull up, you notice it was a seamed trap door that you mostly just wrench off of its hinge and up and out, as there's multiple little cries of panic from below, and the little bit of light that you have up here from the hanging lanterns, you can see there's about 15 to 20 people that have been hiding under this section of the ship, all of them looking terrified. There's men, women, children, all of different races, all of different ages. Mr. Graham looks at it all and says, Well, it appears the cargo is at least mostly kept together. That's good. Stand watch.
Do you know who these people are?
He stops for a second, seemingly annoyed that you asked a question, but eventually says, slaves and debt runners. They'll be taken back to Waterdeep to do their duties. Now again, stand watch. If any of them make any moves, you have permission to kill at least 2 of them.
Does he walk away?
He does.
I'm gonna glance at both Finkiss and Shid, and then I'm going to like look around Shid and ask them what they did wrong to become slaves in debt, people in debt.
Roll a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
As you kind of, your presence is open to the people, and most of them just are trying to get as far away from the trapdoor as they can, especially with the dragonborn silhouette that is up there. But one of them in the back, you can't even see, you just hear a small voice say, well, it didn't do anything, it's just born into it.
Can I do well, I mean, does it sound like a child?
It sounds like a young woman.
Insight check.
Go for
I
it.
was about to say, can I do one too?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
They don't appear to be lying.
I guess I'm gonna turn to Shid and ask what his
Is this
opinion of.
like normal for the place we come from?
Roll a history check.
Alright.
You don't know too much about Waterdeep, but it's not uncommon for certain nobles and lords to have slaves. It's not exactly... It is frowned upon in certain circles in Waterdeep, and is something that they're trying to abolish. In some of the Masked Lords are very against it, but also some of the Masked Lords are very much for it, because
so it's kind of a gray area.
It is.
I'm
Shed,
gonna. Yeah, I want to know what Shed's opinion is.
he just has like his best Dragonborn confused face on. However, best I'm able to do that. I want to like look around this room to see if there's any like documents or anything that might give a clue as to who these people are.
Roll an investigation check.
While are you investigating the trapdoor space or the space we're in?
I think a bit of, I don't think we can see too much down there, but at least like the room we're in right now.
Are there more rooms?
Oh, there are more rooms to this ship, yeah.
While he's investigating this room, can I go investigate other rooms?
Sure, go for it. Give me an investigation check as well.
I guess I'm watching the people.
Creeper.
The little bird is in charge.
Yeah, just use your owl eyes to freak them out. It's fine.
I mean, I'm just kind of there, just like diddling with this arrow sticking out of my armor.
Just use command grovel.
So Shed, looking around, you do see over in one part of the this main cargo area that the trapdoor is above. You do see there's different little rings and kind of like collars that have been broken, and there seems to be a place where somebody has been melting them down into like bullets and cannonballs. Alara, you go into one of the next rooms and you find crew quarters. There's a couple of sabers here that never got used. You find 15 gold pieces and 7 silver, as it looks like a couple of the crew were playing cards at the time when the attack initially happened.
Okay. Is I just found like the crew? Are there other rooms? I'm gonna take that gold and silver and I'm gonna pocket it.
Okay.
But are there other rooms?
There's 3 more quarters on this part of the deck.
Yeah, I guess I want to just keep looking. Do you need another investigation check?
Yes. At about this point, though, Mr. Quay comes down with a couple of the other crew members. They set down a large sack and start to pull chains and manacles out of it.
I'll look at him and be like, what are those for?
You don't understand what's going on here, do you?
And just look at him wide-eyed.
Right. I don't understand why we brought you. Just head back up to the crow's nest.
2 people came down with him?
There's 6 of them total, yeah.
I'll start going back up.
Go back up with them slowly.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be like, "What's going on?" as we're walking.
I think Fresh might have been onto something. I trust that man. Something weird's happening.
I'll grip onto you tightly and be like, "People aren't cargo." Fade to black.
So as the 2 of you make it back onto the main ship, or onto the Lion's Claw, Alara, you do find what looks to be a kitchen. You could refill your food pouches if you wanted. It looks like they had probably enough to keep everybody in the cargo bay as well as what was the crew on the sea for about a month.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and refill my rations and stuff. And then, is there one last room?
There is.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to that.
Okay. One last investigation check.
I've slowly been getting better at investigating.
This looks more like a captain's quarters. There's a singular bed, though it's not fancy, and this captain's quarters doesn't look anything near as nice as what's on the Lion's Claw. You do see a shredded jacket on a mannequin that looks like somebody has been in the process of slowly repairing it. Possibly the captain himself has been slowly fixing his coat. You see that there is a desk with not much paper on it, though there is a small notebook. There also is a little stone in the shape of like an. It looks kind of like an ear on one side, and on the other side, it looks to have a mouth on it.
Can I do some sort of check into the stone to see what it might be?
You can attempt an Arcana check.
Great. Don't have. Oh, okay. I was about to say I don't have anything to Arcana.
This appears to be a sending stone of some type.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, they're basic messaging stones.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna pocket that. And is there anything in the notebook?
You pop open the notebook, What languages do you speak?
Common, Elvish, and Sylvan.
It kind of looks like common, but it's very jumbled.
Okay, when in doubt, gonna pocket that back as well. So now I have a notebook too.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'm going to start walking back to the place that I left the other two, but I'm gonna start like speaking out, being like, "Hello, I lost my way. I was following a bug, and I where is everybody?"
You hear a gruff voice. Roll deception check. Just because. Emery looks up at you, Mr. Quay, and he gives a long sigh. You see that they've pulled some of the people out of the hole at sword point and are fixing chokers and manacles to them. And they're making basically this long chain of people. He looks at you and says, "For all the gods, just get back to the claw."
Okay, thank you. I'm so sorry. There was just a really cool bug, and I have such a fascination with them. But it crawled
I
in a
don't
crack, and
care.
Okay.
Go.
And I'm gonna scurry back.
Okay. Over the next hour or so, the rest of the crew breaks down the ship, pulling parts as they need, gathering as much as they can fit on the lion's claw. And at the end of it, they put a single barrel of the gunpowder they could not store, and one of them lights it and runs off the ship as you push off away.
I'd like to find any of the other people. Any of them. I don't know who I first see, but I'd like to go and find them and talk to them about what I found.
You'd be able to gather everybody but Vrash.
Would it look suspicious that we're all gathered, or?
It depends whether you guys act suspiciously, but I will let you
That's
think
very
about
fair.
that for a sec while I get to Vrash. You made it down to the brig, and as you're there, one of the soldiers of the ship, as there are only a few actual soldiers on this ship because of how strained the Water Davian Navy has been the last couple of months. He looks at you, and he just, after you stand there for a little bit, he says, "Yes."
You look awfully tired. I'm not going to try and escape, but I'm supposed to come here.
Right. Okay.
And put me wherever you need me.
He opens one of the cells and just kind of gestures into it, confused for a sec.
Is there something wrong? You look different.
He this is just one of the random guards, and he's just like, well, I mean, most people aren't so polite about it. At least, normally there's a little cussing, a little swearing, maybe an armed escort. They don't just walk down here.
Would you like me to be intimidating then? You're saying I'm like snarling a little bit.
Roll an intimidation check. He kind of takes a step back, leaving the cell door open, and just whenever you're ready, you can walk on in. Feel free to close it behind you.
Then I have a couple questions. Did you know about what we were collecting here? I obviously don't know what it is, but
We're here to get cargo, here to get whatever the pirates took from the city. This is our 7th outing. First time we found a ship in like 2 months, 3 months.
Hmm. Well, okay. I'm just gonna get in to sell.
You get in, and the guy, the guard kind of like gingerly walks forward, grabs the bar, and slowly closes it. He doesn't take your armor or your weapons or anything. He seemed a little too scared to do that.
Before he starts closing it, I grab it and slam it closed myself.
He jumps, doesn't say anything, turns the key in and locks it real quick, and then takes
Just laugh
a
a
few
little bit.
steps back. About 30 minutes pass before keep forgetting my own NPC's name. Before Mr. Graham walks in, still a little red in the face. He walks straight up to the edge of the bars and looks at you and says, "Now on this ship we don't stand by any type of mutinies or any type of disobeying of orders."
I don't understand what order I disobeyed. I'm sorry.
The order was to kill everybody on that ship.
But the orders we were originally told were not to just kill, but take our own.
I gave a different order once we were on that ship, and you did not listen. For that, you will spend the next week here in the cage. Understood?
Do I at least get food?
Yes, you will be fed. There will be a half portion.
And how will I be fed?
The guards will take care of it. That is all. He still had his sword in hand while he was talking to you, but he finally turns, and as he's starting to walk away, he stows his saber.
What kind of like bars are these?
These are basic wrought iron bars. You can roll an investigation check.
Nice.
So, looking over the bars, they are a very standard wrought iron. However, there is little arcane scribblings carved into different parts of the bars. There's something magical about this cage, and you're not sure what.
That's all I needed.
All right. That brings us back to the rest of the party, who has gathered. If you're trying to be unsuspicious, if that's even a word, roll deception checks. This is a party check.
I'm sure we've been given like quarters to stay in.
Yeah, there is
was
definitely a
just
place
gonna-
to rest.
I was just gonna pretend that we were bandaging our wounds together.
I
pretty
believe.
suspicious.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys settle down and are starting to like bandage and take care of yourselves.
So Spook, the cargo was people? I'm really uncomfortable about that.
What do you mean, people?
They said that they were slaves. But I don't know. I'm just really confused. I feel like maybe they were branded as pirates, and then they all escaped together, and they hid the majority of them under the trap door that we found them in. But I don't like it.
I'm beginning to think that these people aren't water deep after all.
Can I do a perception check to see if anybody's focusing on us? Or is it perception?
Yeah, you could do a perception check or insight if either would work.
I did perception first.
I'll try
Uh,
to explain about earlier my history check. It's like a gray area and water deep and all that. Some people do it, some people don't. Some people's against it, other people's for it.
What did my perception check give me?
you don't see anybody paying close attention to you.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna pull out the notebook and ask if anybody can read this. I don't know what script it's in, so I only know really Common, Elvish, and Sylvan.
What's everybody else's languages?
Like a common draconic.
Aarakocra, Common, Orin, Giant, and Halfling.
Jesus. You're well known, bird boy.
I just speak Dwarvish.
So it doesn't appear to be any language or any. It seems to be a cipher. It's not exactly. It's similar to Thieves' Cant.
Okay.
So one of you could attempt to decipher it.
What kind of check would that be?
It would be intelligence based. Let me double check. I probably want to say investigation. I haven't dealt too much with ciphers. Let me look at a character sheet.
While you do that, I'm gonna mention that I also found a sending stone, but I don't pull it out because I feel like the notebook can be, maybe I'm just like, it's a journal or whatever. But I mentioned that I found a sending stone.
Ooh, that's
Uh,
pretty dangerous.
yeah. So it would be an investigation check to try to discern the cipher.
Okay, well, I don't want us all like hovering over the notebook, so I'd like us to do it like one at a time type of thing, so it doesn't look like we're all like huddling. But I'll go ahead and go first and try to. You said investigation. I almost did intimidation. I intimidate the book.
Tell me your secrets, or I shall burn you. So you look at it and it's gibberish.
Yep. So I'm gonna just pass it to I guess Spook first and be like, "Hey, look at this! Isn't it so cool?" Like acting like I drew something.
Oh, I don't see any drawing on here.
Oh my god! I just face palm.
Go give me an investigation real quick.
All right.
So it's a little distracting because she does press a little closer to you as you're like glancing down at the book.
And down her shirt, apparently.
I'm totally clueless about this.
The only thing you can really make out is maybe the name Booker, if that is a name.
I'll whisper, Booker. See if anyone understands what that means.
I'll just be like, but you're holding the book.
I'm gonna take it back and be like, "I'm so glad that you liked that," and then be like, "Oh, shit! Would you like to see it?"
A voice whispers back, "What is it you want?"
A voice whispered back in my head or like out loud?
It was audible to all of you who are sitting close together.
I'm gonna close the notebook.
Wait, it just started talking.
This is our time to intimidate.
Was it like around us or in our heads?
Roll perception check.
All right.
The voice came from Alara's pocket as it follows up with, Kavdak, what is it you want?
I'm going to quickly take it out of my pocket and like shove it under some clothes or something.
Spook is gonna blush even deeper now.
I'm at the point of panic, but I'm trying to be cool. And I'm gonna just, guys, the sending zone is talking.
Talk back.
We're not in a good place to just have a covert conversation.
We're
Everybody,
talking right now. Just pretend you're talking to one of us.
Oh my god. I'm gonna just hand it to Shid and be like, in like a pile of clothes, I'm gonna just give him the pile of clothes. Here, you deal with it.
Hello? Hello?
Kevdar, who is this?
This is Shid.
Oh my god, that's Booker. Psst, psst.
Well, Shid, how did you get hold of one of my captain's stones?
It seems like our crew attacked a ship that we thought was a pirate ship. We're trying to figure out what's going on, actually.
And who is your crew?
I'm gonna audibly say that, like, I'm looking around to make sure others are not nearby. We were hired by Waterdeep. We're on the Lion's Claw, but we're just mercenaries. Something seems wrong here.
And what of my crew?
Whoa.
This is you sitting down?
As you're all sitting there in one of the in basically your quarters down below, the light through the porthole, which was just a little past midday, drops into night instantly.
Oh my goodness.
Spook gets visibly excited.
I want to look out the porthole.
Bells start going off on deck as people start calling for attention and to be at arms.
Can Brash hear this?
Yes, you can. You also, from where you are, notice that the light from the portholes here have gone completely. Just the light is gone. Give me a perception check, Finkus. And what were you saying, Brash?
Sorry, is anyone in the brig with me?
Just the one guard.
Question. Shid, did you ever take the sending stone out of the pile of clothes I gave to you?
Yeah, it's still in it.
Okay, I'm gonna just quickly take the clothes back from you and be like, okay, I think your name is Booker. Dude, you really need to be quiet right now. Stuff's going down. Okay, I'm putting you in my pocket, bye! And then I'm gonna shove them in my pocket.
Okay. You shove it in your pocket. Finkus, you look out the ship, or out the porthole, and it is nighttime for as far as you can see. And then,
like, whoa.
Into view, you see the bow of another ship, about 100 feet away. And as you're kind of like leaning further out, you get a better view as you look up the side of the ship, because you're like, oh yeah, the ship's actually, it might be like 50 feet away. It's pretty close. It's 5-6 times taller than your ship.
And is it the ship that's making it seem like nighttime, or is it actually nighttime?
It is actually nighttime in all directions.
It's actually pretty dark.
I think I'm gonna just look at.
And I'm just gonna look at everyone else and be like, we might have some trouble.
Yeah, I'm just gonna panic and be like, I'm panicking.
I need to go find Vrash.
Yeah, Vrash. Okay, we can get Vrash. He seemed pretty strong. He can help us.
Okay, I'm gonna, I guess, just pocket the notebook and stuff, and in my like bag, and then hope that the sending stone doesn't talk while we're out and about.
So as you all make your way out, you walk into the brig where Vrash is just standing there. The guard has moved over to the porthole and is just ashen faced.
Well, go ahead and unlock this then.
On the way there, I want to tell them to not play too much in the like. Don't let Vrash know that he was right. Just kind of like don't play like he has too big of an ego if you let him tell him he's right.
So I guess I'll walk up to the guard and be like, "Excuse me, sir, do you know what's going on?"
No, there's a monster outside.
A
Monster?
It was a really big ship.
Are you sure?
How can a ship be that big? He's just like pressed up against the glass.
We need to let him out. We need all hands on deck.
I'm gonna like make a loud growl to try and get his attention and say, "Get me out of this cage now."
Roll an intimidation check.
With advantage, maybe?
Well, it appears he didn't need it as the guard kind of jumps for a sec and starts to fiddle with the key in the cage. At this point, you hear a muffled voice that shakes the whole ship. You can't tell what it's saying from down below deck, but it appears the approaching vessel is calling to your vessel.
While
I'll
he's
just-
letting him out of the cage, can I look out the port? Like, will dark vision help me at all since it's super? Well, no, he's an owl. Never mind.
Can I use divine sense?
Okay. That is in a celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet, I believe.
Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna be close enough for it, but I'm gonna go ahead and use it anyway.
So through divine sense, you do catch a little bit of sense because there were a couple of tiefling who were captured. So you know that there's about 3 tiefling on board.
But that's all I can feel.
Yes.
Okay.
The door opens.
What was the cargo?
Slaves?
As I suspected.
I'm
I
gonna,
didn't really. But I'm gonna pretend that I figured it was slaves.
You're just gonna pretend. I'm gonna book it topside.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow.
I'm starting to walk that way.
You're gonna walk slow?
Yeah, I'm not freaking out.
I'm gonna follow unsuspiciously.
I'm just gonna chase after Finkiss.
Okay. As you all rush to the deck, getting up, you see that the quote-unquote cargo that had been pulled off the other ship, they're still out on the deck, all of them chained together, and the captain is standing by one of the men, and just as you get onto the deck, the captain puts a bullet in that man's head. It rings out throughout the emptiness, and the omnipresent voice that sounds very familiar to the voice that was coming out of the sending stone says, "Okay, if that's how you want to play this, Captain Sherwater, this is my last warning. If you harm one more of those people, I will bury your ship so far beneath the ocean, not even the gods will be able to find you."
Are there a lot of people by the captain?
There are. There is his first mate, Mr.
Never
Graham.
mind.
I'd probably say there's about 15 people by him.
How far away are we?
You
away
guys would
from-
be about 50 feet away from him.
And the captain just shot one of the chained up slaves.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm tempted to use calm emotions.
Is there a way where if I was to breathe fire on them that I wouldn't hit the slave?
60 feet. Okay, I cast hold person on the captain.
Okay.
How about the 15 other people?
So
Can I? Go ahead.
first off, for the breath weapon, you wouldn't be able to get close enough past the guards to catch the captain in it, but you could catch about 4 or 5 of the guards. Let's see, hold person.
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save. 15. Go to book.
Uh-oh.
It's just because I didn't have the stats on hand because, you know.
This captain has stats. That's not good.
The entire crew has stats. I have over-prepared.
Everyone has stats. You have stats. I have stats.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that crew was just basic, like, enemy stats. Come on.
TPK for the first round.
The captain resists.
Oh, no.
And as he notices, he turns his gun towards Finkus. And there is just that moment as he's looking to, like he's about to say anything, and then his arm separates from his arm separates just above the elbow, and then
Ooh.
something that was moving at such high speeds to separate his arm from his elbow hits the deck, and then you hear the crack of thunder of the shot. Captain Sherwater doesn't even pause. He looks at his stump of an arm, looks towards the ship, which you find now is most likely one of the ships you were coming out here after. This is the Dark Lady. And he spits a word towards the ship. And as he does, all the chains on all the people who have been captured start to glow red hot.
Can I cast calm emotions on the captain?
Yeah, go for it.
So basically, I'm gonna center it around him because he's within 60 feet, but it's everybody in a 20-foot radius of him.
Okay.
Great.
And it's a charisma saving throw.
Okay, that's right. The calm emotions hits, and the spell keeps going for whatever is heating the chains as those who are shackled start to scream in pain.
It says I can make a target indifferent about creatures of your choice that it is hostile towards. So can I do that and the spell keeps I'm assuming it's heat metal still keeps going?
Yeah, the heat metal that's built into the items, they aren't powered by him. It's a part of the magic of the shackles.
Okay, well he's calm, right?
Yes. As he looks back towards the ship, and he just smiles and quietly mutters, "For Waterdeep," as you hear cannons start to open up and fire on you all from the
Fucking
Dark Lady.
damn it.
And that's where we're ending this week. But yeah, again, I haven't said it enough. I don't think I ever will. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I will catch you guys all next game.